and kind of. A lot of students live there, so a lot of studios. It's not, But I've had all kinds of weird things happen to me ever since 2011. It's this whole thing that I talk about a lot on this channel, but it involves all different kinds of crazy harassment. And the latest one, it's been going on for a while, is like an electrical current that can buzz by like, and it feels like a bee or a hornet going by one's face. Like last night it actually stung my jaw, and one would say, Sharon, get out of there, move. I would do that. I am concerned about budget, where to go, who will accept me, where the best place to go is based on what I have been experiencing in general. On top of that, it shouldn't happen. It is a form of harassment. I'm not sure who's behind the harassment. I know it's a form of harassment because I was tortured so badly in 2011. I was actually made to believe I'd be murdered in my apartment. I actually believed it was the last night of my life. 626 South 19th Street. My landlord, Dennis Wasserman, he used OCF Realty to find a tenant. That's how I found the place back then. It was sort of a hurry-up thing that I moved there. Back then. Also, my mom and aunt's phone lines in Jacksonville, Florida. That's where they lived when I was terrorized out of my apartment. Their phone lines were cut just in time, or they, in their minds, some sort of animal or something must have chewed through the wire. But miraculously, I called down there. They didn't realize how freaked out I was about my experience. And their phone lines were severed so that when I tried to reach my mom on my most desperate day, night, hour, what have you, I get, we're sorry, the phone number you're trying to reach has been disconnected. So whoever the goons are who set up for me to believe that I'd be murdered in my apartment, and there's a whole process to making someone buy into this. It's not just, you're scared because there's something in the basement. There's a whole ring of people who can make all kinds of sounds, do all kinds of things. You might be fed stuff in advance. Like people would drop things. Like say you met a few new people through some sort of volunteer thing or a running group. They can even say things in advance that are planted in your brain as things that could potentially come up in your desperate hour. It's hard to explain, but we all think we think things, or we do think things, or can things be sent over the airwaves? Hard to explain. But point being, ever since then I've been harassed and sort of on like a crazy treadmill. It's slowed down a little bit, but today in this apartment I get, like a hornet wasp electrical current that goes often by my head or face. Occasionally I could feel it in my feet at night after I turn out the lights. So what I do now is I report it to the CIA. I have a whole system, and or the FBI. I just keep reporting. And I'll turn on like a light, and then I go to bed with a light on. I'm not sure why a light is effective. I'm not sure what it is or why it's done. I'm assuming it's harassment. One would feel that way because you feel like you're being punished. And you're like, I'm laying here doing nothing but trying to fall asleep. So I imagined like a sci-fi situation where people could talk, brain to brain. And I imagined like someone who thought they were, trying to communicate or tell me what to do, and I'd be resisting what they want me to do. And I wondered, like, is someone very punishing out there thinking that I'm giving them a hard time? Or like in some weird sci-fi, I was trying to figure out what was going on, so it's hard to explain. I got up, made a smoothie. I almost got up earlier, but for some reason I was resisting getting up super early today, even though we are in the longest days of the year. So sunrise at the earliest, sunset at the latest. Here at summer solstice days, 20, 21, 22, 23. And then we will eventually go back to shorter days. It takes a while. But today and tomorrow we'll have the latest sunsets in the day. I'm here on the Chesnut Street Bridge. I thought I'd go down, loop around to the Walnut Street Bridge. That's the train station. Oh, I'm sorry, that's the building further. That's the train station. This used to be a regular public post office and then some. It might just be a post facility, but the public post office that you go to mail packages or whatever is behind this building here. It's like a little bit down, a block from this corner, pretty much. So technically we have to cross over. There's no sidewalk on this side. This is an exit. Unless, can I stay over here? Okay, we'll stay over here. Tower there, the tall one to the right. It has 46 floors of living space, if you will, aka extended stay hotel is on the western side. Then they have, and I guess it's both western and eastern. Maybe it's more like, it's kind of divided. There's a lot of University of Pennsylvania offices and other offices like NASDAQ or whatever, GlaxoSmithKline. There and there. So there's office space and aka extended stay. But aka goes up to 46th floor. And it was open in time for the 46th President Biden, Joe Biden. I thought this was interesting. Here's your bus depot area. They switch bus areas a lot. So Greyhound is in for this morning. Back in my day, they've had, Bolt, Megabus, Yo, Chinatown. Chinatown still runs, and it runs out of Chinatown, and they do buses from Chinatown to Chinatown in every city.